Beautiful day, y'all. This is Julie, Mama Jules Marshall. I'm checking in on Domino News LGD. And I think that's Itty Bitty. And the other chicks are in the canopy area with one hanging out with me down here. Well, now underneath the lounge chair, but strategic. I am truly blessed that this is the way it is. He's such a good boy. And that's my my peppermint, blackberry, garlic, blueberry, lavender garden. Well, with strawberries too, if they actually come through this spring. And my grass. Now, I didn't have anything in here but foxtails. This whole yard, this whole property, section of the property, was all foxtails. And now I have a garden. I have artichokes. I'm stepping on branches. Artichokes are coming out nicely. My nasturtium, that one is just phenomenal. I don't know how big they actually get, but that one is awesome. And then the other one's just kind of little, teeny tiny. They didn't do very good in this soil. But since we get the Chicks edition, the marigolds have just blossomed. It's wonderful. Let me come out this way a little bit. But this grass I'm allowing to go to seed and spread out. There's a few weed stuff that I got to pull out, of course. But it's come out pretty doggone good for being full of foxtails last year. Which, if I can get my other account, the first account that I had done, which is actually Julie Mama Jules Marshall, full title. The phone that I had that one on died, and I cannot remember. Of course, I can't remember the exact password. But who doesn't have that problem from time to time? So I'm still working on that, but I have put that off to the wayside with this. I love these marigolds. They're spangled, is what they were titled. And I think they're delightful. Those, they're all good. I just don't really care for the just solid orange color. I'm not an orange girl. I'm not. But I like the spangled look of it, and they've come out a little bit different. Nice. Now, mind you, these are all from the same seed packet. So, they just, Walmart. Anywho, there's another one of my nasturtiums. Some stones that I had. This one's fully buried in these vines. And I'm good with these vines. I really am. Because the chicks eat them. They like them. They're pretty. They are good ground coverage. Oh, let's see if we can get that wasp. Look at that. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. No. No. No, Lay. You leave that. That is a beautiful, beautiful wasp. Good girl. Wow, look at you. Let's see if I can zoom in on her. Tom, no, stop doing that. Sorry, he, crab kick. She's just gonna sit there. Wow. No, she may not actually be a wasp. She may be a fly. I'm learning some things about these different variants of flying creatures. However, this is what the garden was for. We're bringing back the cycle of life. Huh, birds? We're bringing back the cycle of life. Let's see if I can get this back out again. Anywho, there's the other Nostaturn that's in there, and there were green beans, or peas in there. They, of course, have finished their cycle. But, yeah, this grass, this grass here, I'm allowed to go to seed to spread it out. It's what was in this ground naturally, and it's good, decent grass. The birds like it, for the most part. Huh, birds? Birds in there. So, oh, caught up. Let's go this way. Anywho. Oh, wait, good shot of the artichokes. I'm really excited about these artichokes. I didn't think they would survive. They were infested with ants and aphids, and I don't like to say that I did, but I did Amdro it because I didn't have, nothing else worked on these things. Not on the artichokes, but on the ants. So I was concerned that it would be a problem for the artichokes, but as it was, no, it has not been. And I'm enjoying these. Now, from what I understand, these have a 3-year life cycle. And when I told my boss that, or my landlord, owner, boss, that I had planted these, he goes like, I got weeds in my yard. I'm like, pfft. Weed by any definition is a plant that you don't want in any given area. And your yard was yard of weeds. Foxtails, no, that is like the epitome of weed type of deal along with goat heads. You know, the thorns in our sides that God said we will have to deal with thorns and thistles. And all that was is just crap. And it was. It used to be a nut farm, tree nut farm, something like that. But in 10 years, that's all been wiped out. Foxtails and weeds were what was left. And I'd say that weeds in that definition is, in my book, in those things that God had created to be a thorn in our side. Yes, weeds. When it does nothing but harm and real no good nutritional value to me or my creatures. And I have trash. I know I have trash. Everybody has trash. It is what it is. But this is my yard. A beautiful day tour with the chicks and my LGD dog, Domino. Look how pretty he is. And then my newest addition, and we'll back up, is this, backed up over a rock. This canopy, screened in canopy that I did. I have one side open, one side closed, which is, the closed side is actually my gate. I have a gate there. But I wanted coverage for the birds because it's very open, and I do have a hawk in the area. And so I did not want full open. I needed to have some coverage for them, more than just the umbrella and the lawn chairs and the marigolds. They don't really go in the nasturtium. It's very thick metal. There's Brew. Hi, Brew. Now, if I go over there to sit down too, she'll move. But she is adorable. She's one of my faves. She does like to spend time with me, though. I should try. Hi, Brew. Now, Brew is one that I think might actually be a bro. Can I come sit down without you jumping off? Oh, okay, time for a chicken coop tour. Okay. The entryway, which is also canopied. I had to put, it was I call it a bubble wrap pool cover thing up there to stop the leakage better than it was. My entrance, which I have chicken wired the door. Is this as broad out as it can go? Yes, it is. Okay. Sorry, y'all, on the focusing. But the window that was there, this is the doorway. This is just a restructured building. But at my little gate, which I've chicken wired up and framed, it's only to keep the deterrent because of the dog and myself. I am, well, let's get in here and then I'll talk about me on camera. But here's my coop. And that's the original, that's right here is the original little shelter I had for them, which I transported in and out of the RV with them in it as chicks when they were 3-4 weeks old. Up here is their roosting bar, which I did have. Oh, can you see it? I'm sure you can, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. That's much better lighting on my end of seeing. But that's their roosting bar. I do need to cover that outside window. I have not yet had the motivation to do that. Now, there we go. Now you can see the damage in the roof. And that is the door that goes to the garage, which I have semi-boarded and chicken wired up. But back to this, the roof. That's the massive leaking. Where it leaks, it's lovely. And I did put chicken wire up there. In this part here, I did put chicken wire up there because it's rather thick. I did not on this part because you know, I had already had to put the plastic up. But, yeah. And then this part over here is also rotten, that light-colored pressboard crap. You can see right above here, there's a collapse. Oh, they didn't fully abandon it. Awesome. Which also has a wasp nest. I don't know if you can see them. But since I've done this, they have never bothered me. I've never bothered them. I don't know what else is up there, but you might be able to see. That rotten, crappy board. That, yes. I did not thankfully go through when I did put up the plastic cover and staple it down. But I'll back up a little bit so you can get the view of the penthouse, nut house. But that's gonna be the roost, or the nesting box. They just don't like that roost bar. I mean, they haven't quite figured out. Are you gonna go up on that roosting bar, hon? Would you please? I made it for you. Why don't you get up there? Show the people you can get up there. You're not afraid of it. I made it for you. Stop eating the poop. Yeah. Stop eating the poop. Anywho, that's what They do. They get warm out there, and they come in here, and they lay in the dirt and in the shade and cool off and drink their water. And yeah. Now, I'm wondering, though, because usually I've seen them out here. I have mice. Who doesn't? Yeah, but they come in through that corner and that space and that space and over there and run under there. Oh, there's, let's see, right there, right above the bar, there's a hole right in there. Anyways, yeah, they're coming through over there, and that's why I took that panel off, or the pinion panel on that. I took it off so that the chicks can get in there and get at the mice. I've got to take this carpet out, but that panel was quite heavy. Now, I'm wondering, I know that top section is welded together. It's screwed on, but it's welded together, and I have to wonder if I might, if that lower section is separate, like the front part was, if I can take that off too. The lesser amount of metal, the better, because metal is not good for in the cold. I think it does. I'm just looking at it, and I'm thinking it might. One's still over there. I don't know if we can see with the light. Let's see if I can. Oh, the flag did something. Anywho, yes, I do have that. That is a thing for me. Anywho, I don't know, where does that come from? Maybe some of you could comment. Do you know what origin the anywho comes from? Goat head. Right there. Goat head. I gotta get that out. No goat head here. I want a goat head. I want a kid. I do. I like a milking goat. That's what I really like. Okay, when I was younger, let me pause this, go get the tripod, and start back up in the seated position. Give me a moment here. Oh, well, it's only going to be a split second for you, a microsecond. Okay, I'm back. And yes, I forgot. I can't switch it, so I got to spin it around so I can get it set up. Oh, well, lovely. I can, you can watch me clean off the crap, quite literally. So, let's see here. Sorry, y'all. I gotta get this set up so that I can sit down and talk about things. And the sun is definitely changing. It's gonna be in the sun in a minute. I gotta move all of this. And clean off bird poop. Stabilize. Oh, this is going to be fun. Come over here. Yeah, that'll do. Hopefully no one will knock it over. Or knock it. No. Going this way. It's going that way. Over here. Real life. We don't have editing. Bear with me. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. I really do. And I'm not saying that sarcastically, because I am trying to learn and show that it's not always easy to getting started up. I don't have a computer. This is it. And yes, I do understand cameras and angles and stuff like that, but I don't have a way of being able to edit all of this stuff out. Ooh, there. Oh, just about. Ooh, oh, I almost found a good spot that was level, but this is not easy, y'all. Oh, there we go. Okay. There. Now. Yeah, I don't mind. I'm going to get my home in on it. Nah. No. Yeah, definitely. Privacy of others, I guess. So, and that way the chicks go into the thing, y'all can see that too. Bring this down a little bit. Okay. Drink. Okay, so. Oh wow, the battery's gonna die out real quick. Can I turn off the flash or the light? Crap! Give me another second, y'all. Let's see if I can turn that off. I don't think I can. Yes, maybe I can. Yes, I did. Awesome. Saves me on battery. I can't check the battery. But I won't necessarily know that it's running or not, so hopefully it will. Come on, off-camera shot. Just courtesy. Why? Again, probably not going to be made for kids. But I'm trying. Yes. No, did I say anything bad yet? I don't think so. I'm in a pretty decent mood. Still, I'm not geared towards making videos for kids, so more than likely it's not going to be titled Made for Kids. So I don't give a crap. I do. That's why I'm doing this, because I do give a crap. Anyways, so I'm going to hit this again because I need some. Oh. It is a beautiful day, and it's my Saturday. I still can't talk while vaping. Terrible. I screwed that up myself. I don't normally have a problem with that, except for when I'm trying to talk at the same time, and then I'm stupid, because it does not do well with my vocal cords. So, I need to make a introductory short, so I might as well do part of it that ties into this, and the short. Good Lord. Anywho, again, back to the anywho origin. If anybody knows where that comes from, I sure would like to know. It's like an for me. I am trying to get my thoughts together, so let's get to that. I am autistic, and I found out I was autistic about 10 years ago, is when I got it. And yes, you will hear me say I'm... My mother, God bless her soul, she needs it, she's suffering from dementia in a bad way. Or suffered. I don't know if she's died or not. It's very sad. Yes, it is. But it is reality. It's my reality. It's the rough side of dementia and Alzheimer's, and this is why I came up with the theory of it really depends on their childhood as to what happens with which way they go, angry or, passive happy type of deal when they're in the state of dementia or Alzheimer's. Because my dad, I believe my dad had a pretty decent childhood. I don't know because they never really talked about it. I'd love to talk to my aunt about it, but as I've seen on some videos, I'm the black wolf of the family because they don't communicate with me. I'd love it if they did, and might say I don't communicate with them, but that's not the reality of what it was. I did attempt to communicate with my family. I did attempt to be with my dad, and they wouldn't allow it. My step monster mother wouldn't allow it. Excuse me, I got a drink. Not promoting, not blacking out or anything. I am now caffeine free. 8 months. And I'm loving it. Chad Doss, I hope you are still too. I don't know. Itch. I hope you are. It's a wonderful thing. Things change, just like when you quit smoking, or when you quit drinking, or when you quit doing drugs, whatever your vice is that you're trying to get rid of. Things change progressively. And I tell you, my autism, which there's several, there's a broad spectrum for autism, much like the rainbow, even more intricate, because we are human, and he did create us, and he knew all this, and it is what it is. I do believe that it may be a very good thing. I think we are, as it's put in the Bible, that 2/3 of the planet will not accept him, will refuse him. So it makes sense for me when you think about the math. Oh, there's a bumblebee. Oh, I'm loving this change in the yard, this ego change that has occurred here because I've changed the cycle of life in my little plot of land. And that's one of the things I want to do. No, that is what I want to do. My great uncle is Jonathan Nathaniel Chapman, otherwise known as Johnny Appleseed. This is me. And as he was, as the books have been, he was a recluse. He was a loner, but he wasn't. He wasn't a great big socialite, but he was a horticulturalist, a real estate mogul, investor, animal rights activist. I wouldn't necessarily say politician, because he didn't go active in that, but he was definitely active in the patriot movement, the independence of it. He was in that time frame of the Declaration of Independence. He had a part of it. He was sought after by Indians and white men, both. He did great things. And he was also considered a religious nut of his time. I think he saw things just a little bit differently than even the Pilgrims had, that were locked in with the way the Bible had been portrayed by, the Catholic generation. He was not. He was a step out. Maybe he was much like me, a scared prophet. He's told me things. I've seen visions when I was younger, when I was new in the faith at 3rd grade, the summer of 3rd grade. I have great stories, and a lot of those I will do as a members only, simply because they are a little bit more private. I'd rather not just throw them out there for anybody to get that information for free. If you want to hear those sides of my stories, that's going to end up being members only, because it is private, and I could use that support. We all can use the support. That's why we do what we do. But for me, I'm telling you right out, straight up, this is like, I'm trying to think of movie reference here, but the free energy, free information. I have information that I have gained in my experience, and this is part of sharing the experience, strength, and hope, step 12. But this is what he said to do, share it, and this is what I'm doing. However, as we all know, there are a lot of people out there that are very mean and angry individuals, and it is what it is. So, that information is going to end up being a lot on the members only pages, because, well, for one, I'm not patenting anything. There's nothing to patent, but in a world where there's all sorts of information out there that people benefit and profit from, a lot of the information I've gained is free information, free knowledge when used properly. The scientific knowledge that you need to be able to process some of this stuff, to understand what you're doing, where it benefits you, where it's not beneficial, where it's a detriment, that's necessary. That's what's key to being able to do it properly and safely. Side pause. There's a nice, lovely windstorm that came through last night, and I had forgotten to close the umbrella. So when I looked outside last night and saw the umbrella laying on the ground, it broke. It snapped at the hinge point for where it tilts. So that's okay. Getting its use. Oh, dragonfly. So anyways, I have been in holistic care since the age of 7, when my mother had taken me to a chiropractor because I wet the bed every night. I had no control over it. What we learned was it was my back. I had double scoliosis and degenerative disc disease, which all came out with the chiropractor.